What is up, everybody? So today we got a War Within healer tier list. Okay, I'm going to split this tier list into two little segments here. The first segment's going to be the War Within, so like the current beta with full season 1 year, and I'm going to do a quick tier list on the pre-patch because the pre-patch is going to be very different. All right, just to lay out the differences here. On the beta, you are levels 80 with full gear, new tier sets, and the stats are way higher, and you have hero talents. The stats are way lower, sorry. The stats are way lower. And in the pre-patch, we don't have hero talents, we don't have new tier sets, and we have really high stat values, just like in retail at the moment. So it's gonna be a big difference. Like what you see in pre-patch is not what you're getting at max level in beta. Just keep that in mind. So let's get into this here. Disc Priest, in this, again, this is gonna be for War Within beta. So like max level right now, okay? Or not beta, but what I think it's gonna be like in the real game. Disc Priest is I'm gonna be in my C tier. Again, these are my opinion. I'm not the best at every class. Please don't judge me too hard. If you disagree and you're better at it, then feel free to. But anyway, my opinion here. Disc Priest gonna go down the C tier. I love Disc Priest. Y'all know from retail, Dragonflight. I made so many videos on it. It just ain't it right now, man. I think it's still gonna have its niche in like 2s and some 3s comps, maybe some faster pace comps, but currently in shuffle it is not it, man. It cannot keep up. It feels like the slump of Dragonflight. I think it was season 3 on disc, where it just feels like it just literally just can't heal enough. And I think it's a big thing of that is the stat values, not having the crazy high amounts of mastery and haste like you do in Dragonflight. I think really hit it hard. Holy Paladin's going to be in an A tier for me. Holy Paladin feels really good. A lot of class changes, the new hero talents, both of them seem solid. The Herald seems a bit better than the Lightsmith, but the Lightsmith does have applications of, I would say, like melee wings. So there might be some melee wings comps that it will work pretty well in. So Holy Paladin definitely feels really solid, a really good pickup if you are interested in that. Holy Priest going to be in a B tier for me. Not much class changes, if anything. So really, I think I'm thinking back, I don't think there's really anything. They changed like the class tree like very subtly on the bottom right with the mind games, but you didn't take that stuff anyway. So I think overall, Holy Priest is gonna feel pretty much the same. And the only thing different you have is your hero talents, right? And Archon is the Halo one in PvP, and the Oracle is okay, but doesn't seem like anything crazy, so it's okay pick. Evoker gonna be an A tier for me. Evoker feels super solid. The damage feels phenomenal. The simplicity, because now so you have your Flame Shaper would be more of like a B tier, I would say, but Chrono Warden feels like an A tier, and those Living Flames are massive, and just the things you're able to do with Evoker right now feels super solid. Especially you're going to want to really have a lot of damage going into this expansion, because it is going to be a little bit slower pace in the first season, at the current tuning at least, and having a lot of time to do damage, Evoker is going to be able to help out phenomenally, more so than pretty much every other healer. I think there's two healers. If y'all are wondering about the biggest healers in damage, it's going to be Druid, Evoker, and Disc. So just unless you're wondering that. Okay, so yeah, A tier for me for sure. Mistweaver, I'm gonna put it at a B tier simply because I do not know enough. Okay, I played against them, they seemed okay. Fist weaving, I queued to mostly fist weavers and it was kind of so I don't want to. If anybody is a better Mistweaver and thinks otherwise, please let me know in the comments. But from what I saw playing against them, it did not seem too great. It was okay. It definitely felt like it healed better than Disc. But it didn't feel like it was anything crazy, because like there's a palpable difference when you queue Disc Priest versus like these A tier and pluses. Shaman, okay, so Shaman's a tough one. Like my first instinct, Shaman, I kind of want to put in between these two, but I think it's closer. I think these two are definitely better than Shaman, but Shaman Demons definitely seems better than these two. So if there was like a B plus, I would put it there. So I'm gonna put on the A tier though, just because of the utility. The class tree is so much better. If y'all played in Dragonflight, so many more 1-point talent points that makes it easier to take a much better build basically, and the healing feels good, the damage feels good, even the healing rain based like hero talents and stuff feel pretty good as long as you're playing along with it. That's gonna be kind of tough to shuffle, but in 3s and 2s you can definitely get some crazy benefit from it. So I'm gonna keep it there. The utility is phenomenal. Damage is slightly better than it was in retail, but I think it's solid. And last but not least, we have the Wrestler Druid. I think Wrestler Druid is a clear S tier right now. The healing is bonkers. The damage is bonkers, and a lot of passive damage with Keeper of the Grove. Wild Stalker, don't even think about it. It sucks. It's a PvE spec, but at the current tuning, of course, things may change, hopefully. But Druid is just absolutely ridiculous. The class tree gets a whole revamp. You get a lot more opportunity to get utility spells without having to sacrifice healing. Like currently, if you follow me, especially if I want to take these aggro damage talents, I have to lose out on some healing. That's not going to be the case. You can actually take both of them in this. You have a lot of passive damage in those tree and moonfires, and the tree form wraths are buffed even more. They give you mana, and they heal your opponent, heal your teammates if you have Heart of the Wild up. Like, there's just so much going for this spec. And on top of that, the tuning of healing is just ridiculous. If you saw those recent changes, they took out all of the PvP modifiers, which Wrestler Druid was the most hindered by those modifiers because of the mastery change. So it's clearly going to be the best throughput wise, unless they reapply some of these modifiers, which I wouldn't be surprised. But this is going to be my tier list for the beta. This is level 80 with full gear. Okay, so now that we have that done, we are going to reset this, and I'm going to go for pre-patch. Okay, again, reminder, pre-patch, higher stat values than you will have at level 80, no hero talents, and no new tier sets. Okay. So, with that said, I think Disc Priest is going to be better than it is because its hero talents are kind of mid. I don't think, and like I said, the whatchamacallit, having the stat values is going to be a big difference. I think it's going to be B for sure in this for the pre-patch. Evoker, I think it's going to stay in the same spot going into it because, yeah, the hero talents are great, but the playstyle really doesn't change too much, and it's already tuned very well in Dragonflight, and just adding in some of these, like getting the tier set. Actually, you know what? Yeah, I'm keeping it because your tier set is also going to be in your spec tree, so that's going to be kind of weird. I think about it. Well, I guess you don't have to run the tier set anymore. You could just run better stats if you like. But I would say probably it's a slightly worse, marginally worse than it will be at level 80. Okay, Paladin. I am skeptical on Paladin pre-patch just because I think the best part about War Within Paladin is the hero talents. I think the Herald is so powerful. You're getting haste buffs, you're getting speed buffs, you're getting mana back, you're getting more damage. Like, everything is really coming from those hero talents. Yes, you have a revamped class tree and or spec tree, and it feels way better. But I don't know if it's actually going to be better than without those hero talents. So I'm going to put it at B tier. These are just speculation. Nobody knows this, by the way. Nobody knows because nobody's ever played pre-patch. Holy Priest, going to be on that same tier as well, I think. Kind of in the same boat. No really changes at all. So, like, yeah. Honestly, maybe no, I think I'm going to keep it at the same spot here. I think we're going to have a lot of similarities here. So Mistweaver, I think Mistweaver is going to be in that same spot as well. Kind of not really a crazy amount of changes, and again, no hero talents. So that's as it is. This is so speculative. I'm doing my best on this. This is mostly guesswork. I think our Shaman, though, because of those, they have the most drastic class tree changes with a lot of new passives. I think they will be a phenomenal performer. And then finally, Druid, because again, those class trees with them already being strong currently, getting those new class trees and new spec tree talents, I think are going to be great. They're going to get even better at level 80, but with the current stat values and everything, this class is going to fucking pump. So this should be my pre-patch tier list. And again, it's extremely speculatory. Nobody actually knows what the pre-patch is going to be like, but just to get some out for y'all, because you guys are interested in what to play coming back into the War Within with the pre-patch tomorrow. So that is it for today. Leave a comment if you guys have any questions about any of these specs. I played every spec except for Mistweaver, like I said. So if you have any questions about the specs, and don't forget to check out my channel. I did do videos on Druid, Evoker, Arsham, Paladin, and Disc. Okay, So check it out, guys, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace out.